What's the biz, everyone? It's your boy Baker Maker, aka D Ensley, and here to give you some true shit. I think it's safe to say Kale and Khalifa have divided the Dragon Ball community, much like the Last Jedi did for the Star Wars community. Some enjoy some enjoy their characters, while others, specifically the power scalers, despises them. Even though I actually like them, I can see why others don't. I can see why it pissed off the power scalers that Khalifa was able to fight a god tier character like Goku only after learning Super Saiyan 2 in a few hours. It really doesn't take a big power scaler to see how it doesn't make much sense for Kale, even in her berserk form, should be able to totally overwhelm a Super Saiyan Blue Goku, regardless of whether or not he was suppressed, which he totally was, but still, she shouldn't have been able to do the things she did to him. Nor should she have been able to completely tank a Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha. Again, I don't care if Goku wasn't going all out. There, there, there wasn't even a scratch on the girl. Nor should their fusion be strong enough to kick Super Saiyan Blue Goku's ass. Sure, you can use the excuse of, oh, they're Universe 6 Saiyans, so their genetics are a bit different, so that might be why they get so strong quicker than the Saiyans of Universe 7. But come on, that just seems like a lazy way for the writers of Super to get away with writing them to be as strong as they are. Now, with that said, even though I agree that they are being written to be stronger than they should be, I will argue that they are not the only ones guilty of this. I can name a couple characters who were the same way. I can give a couple examples, actually, of where the power scaling was off, you know? In fact, going all the way back to the Battle of Gods arc and even the Resurrection F arc, there were moments where I felt like a character shouldn't have been that strong. Future Trunks was the main culprit of this when he kept being able to momentarily overcome a Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. Then there's his Super Saiyan Rage form that he just so happened to gain by simply raging out, a form that we still to this day have no explanation for what it is or even how he managed to gain it when he himself couldn't even go can only go Super Saiyan 2 but never 3. A lot of times Super give characters power-ups without any type of explanation. And even when the writers do give an explanation, it's usually a lame one. Episode 86 was a really good reintroduction for the Android 17 character into the Dragon Ball story, and his fight with Goku sure was fun to watch. However, with that fight, along with a good number of other fights in Super, have sparked some controversy when it comes to the inconsistency in power scaling. Now, I know there's always been a huge part of the Dragon Ball fandom who are big on that type of stuff. But honestly, it's really not worth getting into heated arguments over it, especially when it comes to Super. Sure, there's been moments where even I feel like the writers are making certain characters a lot stronger or weaker than they really are just for the sake of moving the story forward, regardless of if it really makes sense or not. But I learned a long time ago to just not make too much of a big deal about it. At the end of the day, just don't let that stop you from enjoying the series for what it is. I don't care what anybody says. 17 shouldn't be able to fight on par with a Super Saiyan Blue Goku or hold his own against someone like Jiren. Especially considering the fact that, well, I mean, like, what has he done all these years? Who he has to train with? Oh, but fight off a bunch of poachers, and be like a park ranger. Yeah, it doesn't make like a sense for him to be that strong, but hey, I don't let it bother me too much overall because I really did like how they handled his character in this arc. On another example, Super's bad power scaling, Krillin, how about the Krillin holding his own in a beam stronger with a Kamehameha wave with from a god level Goku. Goku's base form should be enough to one-shot Krillin or even completely obliterate him with beam stronger. Keep in mind, because here's the thing, people get this wrong perspective, because like, compare Goku's Super Saiyan form to right now in Super. Now that form is not the same form as, it's not the same strength as, say, when he fought Frieza back on Namek. Like, if Goku just fighting in his Super Saiyan form alone should be able to, he could pretty much like destroy Super Buu, like Super, and I'm talking about like Super Buu when he absorbed Gohan and everybody. Goku and Vegeta and them have gotten that strong, even in their base forms. They should be able to take on any character from the Buu saga at that point. You know, if we're going by Super's logic, then that means Krillin should be able to take on a Buu saga Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which, like I said, doesn't make a lick of sense. Otherwise, I don't see why go into your ultimate form against someone who realistically shouldn't even be able to beat a Namek or an Android Saga villain. I'm well aware that Krillin's gotten a lot stronger, but logically speaking, he can't have gotten too much of a power increase. Remember, he doesn't get Zenkai boost because he's not a Saiyan, nor does he train as frequently or have the type of training that can compare to others. I love Krillin as a character, but it doesn't make any sense for him to be strong enough to combat villains like Cell or Majin Buu or god level opponents for that matter. I'd be lying if I said Krillin and 17 are the only ones, but Piccolo, Gohan, and especially Master Roshi shouldn't be as powerful as they are in Super. As awesome as it was seeing Gohan get his groove back, even I have to admit it made a little to no sense for him to go from barely tapping into Super Saiyan 2 to being powerful enough to fight very well against a Super Saiyan Blue Goku within a couple hours after just training with Piccolo to regain his mystic form. I got more examples, but I don't want to make this video any longer than it should be. The point is that while you guys are debating on if Kefla should be strong enough to fight Gotenks, the writers of Super don't give a flying fuck on whether or not it makes sense for someone like Master Roshi to be strong enough to give Tien or some trouble. They don't care. To them, it's all about fan service, because as we all know, fan service brings in money. Just like the time when an enraged Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta was able to get a few licks in on fucking Beerus, the god of destruction, something neither Super Saiyan 3 Goku nor Mystic Gohan could do at the time. And yes, they're way more powerful than Vegeta were at that time. Did it make sense? Hell no, but it was sure badass. The Vegeta fanboys / fangirls definitely loved it. As long as it's cool, then the writers will do it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should accept all the bullshit Super is throwing in your face, but I'm just saying not to lose sleep on it, because Dragon Ball as a whole hasn't always been consistent with giving characters power boost and having it make sense. However, with there being so many moments in Super that makes power scaling almost impossible to make any sense, but I do get why someone who does care about power scaling would have an issue with Super. So yeah, just don't get into heated arguments about it, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The writers don't care. They're just gonna keep doing shit like this all the time. And I'm expecting to see more of this even in the upcoming Dragon Ball film that's coming out in December. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to give my own thoughts. Basically, the power scaling in Dragon Ball Super doesn't make any sense. And I've been saying it for a long time, but hey, they're going to keep proving me right. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you I'm curious what you guys think. Comment below what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Whatevs. Anyways, stay beast.